about a conversation I had recently with someone I was mentoring. She had been working in a mid-level finance role for 4 years. Good company, decent salary, solid track record. Earlier this year, her team's workflow got automated. Whatever she and her teammates were doing earlier was now being done by a machine. Within 3 months, 50% of her team's daily tasks were being handled by an AI tool that her company had subscribed to for less than what they paid her as monthly salary. She called me panicking, and the first thing she asked me was, should I still do an MBA, or is that also going to become useless with AI? In that moment, she was vulnerable. A motivational quote or a generic, education is never wasted, was not going to cut it. Her question deserved a real answer. She deserved a real answer, and so do you, because this could be happening to you and your team too. Welcome back to my channel. I am Madhuri, an ISB alumna, a management professional, and your go-to person for everything higher education and career planning. If you are new here, subscribe now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Today, I am going to tell you exactly what AI is doing to careers right now, which roles are genuinely at risk, and whether an MBA in this era protects you, accelerates you, or just costs you 40 lakhs for a piece of paper. Stay with me till the end because the answer is more nuanced than what you have been told, and it matters enormously for the decisions you are about to make. Let's get started. The framing around MBA and AI is broken. Most people ask, is an MBA still worth it in the AI era? But that's not the right question. The right question is, what kind of professional does an MBA create, and is that profile in demand in an AI-heavy world? The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report projects that by 2030, around 85 million jobs will be displaced by automation globally. At the same time, and this part often gets left out, 97 million new roles will emerge. But here's the uncomfortable truth that's buried in that number. The jobs disappearing and the jobs appearing are not going to go to the same people unless they upskill. In India alone, AI and ML job postings grew 34% in January 2026. A PwC global report from 2025 showed that workers with AI skills now earn 56% more than those without them in the same roles. 56%! And that gap is growing. So the question has already shifted. It's no longer, will AI take my job? The real question is, am I building the kind of skills and thinking that make me the person that directs AI instead of the person that AI replaces? And that is exactly where MBA enters the conversation. But before I talk about MBA's role, let me share what AI is good at, because understanding this helps you figure out your own risk level. AI is remarkably good at pattern recognition, data processing, content generation at scale, and automating workflows that follow clear rules. This means roles that are heavily task-based, repetitive analysis, standard report generation, basic customer queries, template-driven writing, entry-level coding are all being compressed or automated. A Harvard Business School study from early 2026 found that the largest reductions in job postings due to generative AI were in finance and technology sectors for roles like back-office operations, IT services, and even parts of consulting, which for many of you watching this is your role and industry. But here's what AI is consistently and provably bad at, and likely to remain bad at for a long time. Making strategic decisions under uncertainty, leading people through ambiguity, reading the energy in a room full of people, building trust across stakeholders, and integrating ethical judgment into complex business problems. These are human skills, and not coincidentally, these are exactly what an MBA is designed to develop. Let me tell you the top 3 skills that an MBA develops and that an AI cannot touch. First, strategic thinking across domains. The most dangerous career position in 2026 is being very good at one narrow thing, because AI will also eventually be very good at that same narrow thing and at a fraction of the cost. What AI cannot do is look at a business problem from multiple angles simultaneously: financial, operational, human, ethical, competitive, and synthesize a decision that accounts for all of them. I still remember a case study from my MBA days at ISB where we were advising a traditional retail company facing e-commerce disruption. In that room, I had classmates with tech backgrounds, finance, operations backgrounds, and what we arrived at together through disagreement, debate, building on each other's perspectives was something none of us would have reached by ourselves, and certainly something no AI tool could have generated because the answer required judgment about what customers in that specific cultural context would actually do, how a leadership team in that kind of organization would actually respond, what would realistically get implemented versus what would die in a boardroom. That's the kind of thinking MBA builds with case-based learning, cross-functional projects, exposure to finance, marketing, operations, strategy. This breadth of thinking is what turns a specialist into a leader, and leaders are what organizations need when AI is disrupting their business model, because everyone has access to AI-generated analysis, but very few people can tell you which analysis to actually act on. Second, the ability to lead through uncertainty. I have been in enough corporate rooms throughout my career to tell you that the most valued skill in any organization is not technical brilliance. It's the ability to make a call when you don't have all the information, communicate it clearly, and bring your team along with you. AI gives you more information than ever before, but having more information doesn't make decisions easier. In many ways, it makes them harder because the noise increases along with the signal. The ability to cut through that noise, make a judgment call, and own the outcome is a leadership skill. And leadership, at its core, is deeply human competency. MBA programs accelerate your exposure to this through case discussions, live business projects, peer learning, and the experience of managing cohort dynamics under intense pressure. If you've been through the MBA journey from a serious program, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Third, network and credibility in a world of AI-generated noise. Here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. As AI makes it easier for anyone to produce content, analysis, and recommendations, human credibility becomes more valuable, not less. Think about it. In a world where everyone can claim expertise because ChatGPT drafted their LinkedIn post, how do you signal that your judgment is actually trustworthy? An MBA from a reputed institution, ISB, IIM, a global school, tells the world you have been through a rigorous selection process, stress-tested academically and professionally, and that you operate at a certain level. I have seen this play out personally. The ISB Alumni Network has opened more doors for me and my peers than our resumes did alone. Real relationships, real referrals, real conversations with people who know what you are capable of because they had sat in the same classroom as you. AI has not yet figured out how to replicate a phone call between two people who went through the same grueling MBA course together. However, and that's a big however, everyone who's anxious about AI should not be running to do an MBA. If your goal is to go deep into AI technically, building models, engineering systems, an MBA is probably not your primary tool. A specialized master's in data science or AI combined with strong coding skills is likely more direct for you. An MBA is the right move for you if you want to move into leadership, strategy, consulting, or business functions where decision making and stakeholder management are central to the role. If you're in a domain expert role, finance, marketing, operations, HR, and you're watching AI compress the tactical side of your job, an MBA can be the bridge that moves you from the person who executes to the person who decides. That transition is genuinely hard to make without either time or an accelerator, and an MBA from a top program is one of the fastest accelerators available. Also, and I want to say this clearly, the best strategy is not MBA versus AI skills. It's MBA plus AI fluency, like knowing how to leverage AI tools, how to evaluate AI outputs critically, and how to integrate AI into business decisions. That combination of strategic business leadership with functional AI literacy is rare right now, and companies are willing to pay significantly for it. So back to my mentee whom I had mentioned in the beginning, the one whose team's workflow got automated. Here's what I told her and here's what I'll tell you. The automation didn't come for you. It came for your tasks. The question is whether you are defined by your tasks or by your thinking. If she's defined by her tasks, the spreadsheets, the reports, the standard analysis, then yes, she needs to reskill. But if she's defined by her thinking, her understanding of the business, her ability to communicate financial insight to non-finance stakeholders, her judgment about risk, then she's actually in a strong position. An MBA would help her make that shift visible and accelerate it. I'm now working with her on her MBA applications for this year, and I hope she gets in. Not because it's a magic shield, MBA is a magic shield against AI, but because she's asking the right questions. She's thinking about what kind of professional she wants to be in 5 years, not just what kind of job she wants tomorrow. And that's the mindset AI cannot replicate. that kind of intentionality about your own growth is purely human. AI is real, the disruption is real, and the anxiety that you're feeling is completely understandable. But the response to AI is not to panic, it's to deliberately build the kind of skills that sit above automation. Strategic thinking, leadership, credibility, human judgment. An MBA from the right institution and for the right reasons is one of the most effective ways to build and signal those skills. If you're wondering whether MBA is the right next step specifically for your profile and your career goals, like not in general, but for you, I offer one-on-one consultations where we work through exactly that. The link to book a call is in the shared description box and it's also pinned in the comments. If you found this video helpful, share this with someone who's also asking the same question because they deserve a real answer too. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.